Have you ever felt like you were just drifting through life, waiting for something to happen, for a sign to point you in the right direction? I know I have. We all have moments where we feel lost, stuck in a routine, unsure of what comes next. We scroll through our phones, watch others live their best lives, and wonder, when is it my turn? But what if I told you that sometimes the biggest changes in our lives don't come from a grand plan, but from a single, unplanned moment? A chance encounter with a complete stranger. Today, I want to share a story that proves just how powerful these moments can be. It's a story about a young woman named Clara. Clara was brilliant. She had just graduated with a degree in fine arts, her sketchbooks filled with breathtaking portraits and landscapes. But the real world felt intimidating. Rejection letters from galleries were piling up, and the pressure to find a real job was mounting. Her passion, once a blazing fire, was dwindling to a flicker. She started working at a small, quiet bookstore, surrounded by stories of adventure and success, while her own story felt like it was stuck on the first page. One rainy Tuesday afternoon, the kind of day that makes everything feel a little gloomier, the bell on the bookstore door chimed. An elderly man named Mr. Harrison walked in, shaking the rain from his coat. He wasn't looking for any particular book. He just wanted a place to sit and wait out the storm. Clara, doing her usual task of reshelving books, noticed him looking at a small, framed print on the wall. It was one of hers, a simple charcoal sketch of a city street in the rain, something she'd hung up just to fill an empty space. "Did you draw this?" he asked, his voice gentle. Clara, surprised, just nodded. "It's wonderful," he said. "You've captured the feeling, not just the image. The loneliness of the city, but also the beauty in it." For the first time in months, someone saw her art for what it was. They talked for nearly an hour, not just about art, but about dreams, fears, and the courage it takes to pursue a passion. Mr. Harrison shared that he had once been a musician, but had given it up for a more stable career, a decision he regretted every day. "Don't let the noise of the world," he told her, his eyes full of earnestness, "drown out the music inside you. The world needs your art. Even if only one person sees it and feels something, you've made a difference." That conversation was the spark Clara needed. It was like a window had been thrown open in a stuffy room. His words, the words of a complete stranger, echoed in her mind long after the rain had stopped and he had gone. That very evening, Clara went home, dusted off her easel, and started painting again. But this time, something was different. She wasn't painting for galleries or for approval. She was painting for herself, for the joy of creating. She painted with a renewed sense of purpose, inspired by Mr. Harrison's words. She started a small online page to share her work, not expecting much, but people started to notice. Her raw, emotional pieces resonated with others who felt just as lost as she once had. Slowly but surely, her small online page grew into a thriving community. She started selling prints, then originals. Soon, a local gallery that had previously rejected her reached out, asking to feature her work in an exhibition. Her opening night was a huge success. Standing there, surrounded by her art and people who were moved by it, Clara looked for Mr. Harrison in the crowd, hoping to thank him. She never saw him again. He was just a stranger who walked in on a rainy day, but his impact was permanent. He didn't give her money or connections. He gave her something far more valuable: belief. He reminded her that her voice, her art, mattered. This story isn't just about Clara. It's about the incredible, unseen connections that shape our lives. It's a reminder to stay open, to listen, and to never underestimate the power of a kind word. You never know when a simple conversation with a stranger might be the very thing that changes your life, or their life, forever. So, the next time you feel lost, remember, Clara, your Mr. Harrison could be anywhere. And maybe, just maybe, you could be a Mr. Harrison for someone else. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.